Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Champions League edition. I have with me, as always, my host, Dean and Coach. How y'all doing today, fellas? Guess the answer's not going to get answered.
I am cold. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, okay. I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad.
I can see it. I can feel it.
I'm sad. Like, that was an opportunity, but we're here to talk about some good football. Let's do this.
I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't trying to be in a group chat today. I was like, hey man, I'm not here today. I'm leaving. I was like, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, but
don't worry, I'll fix that permanently. Don't worry about it.
I'm about to be on the next United pod, that's for sure. So
hey man, listen, you better learn how to pronounce Haji right, because we're gonna learn that too when he scores a hat trick. But neither here nor there. Let's talk about the Champions League. Madrid and Man City today, and then 1-1, 4-4 aggregate, and Madrid won in penalties. When we get started, I want to tell you guys how I watched this game. I was watching with a Madrid fan, and I end up saying "Hala Madrid nada más." I don't know why I was saying that, but the hater in me did not want City to win that much. I was speaking Madrid language, so very happy. The first leg, though, man, the first leg was insane. We had a bunch of goals that defied logic, bunch of goals that defied XG, just amazing bunch of goals that happened in that first one. Didn't get to ask you guys, well, which one was your favorite from the first leg? Which goal did you guys enjoy the most? I know we had the Foden goal, we had the Guardiola goal, we had the Valverde's goal. Yeah, I was trying to remember his name. I don't know why I remember his face, but yeah, which one of those goals was your favorite?
I think Valverde's was the best one, you know. Yeah, I think Valverde was the best one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Rodrigo's goal best, personally. That's just me, though. Yeah. Like, that was a good run. Nice finish. Trickled in. Gave the fans hope that something else might happen, but nothing was happening. It was a goal.
It was that goal was insane. That goal was insane. I just like the way what's it called? Valverde strikes the ball, man. It's art. I look at it, I'm just like that's
it always stays hit. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Steven Gerrard in that regard. Like, whenever Valverde hits the ball with the same venom, and the ball just seems to, by the time it hits the net, you feel like it could go through another 3 or 4 goals, basically.
Yeah, it's still Roberto Carlos. I was trying to think who had the hardest shot I've ever seen. It's still him.
Yeah. Yeah, Roberto Carlos' shot was hard as fuck. Pause. That sounded crazy. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, that was 3-3. That was insane. That was just last week was just all them goals are insane. But today, Rodrigo, the Guyanese or Bangladesh, depending on how you see his face, because he's definitely not Brazilian. I'll tell you that much. He's from Georgetown, definitely a pepper pot ass nigga. That's what he is. He opened up the scoring. That first touch from Jude was, I mean, that was immense. Yeah, Jude's first touch found Vinny, and Rodrigo at first chance he missed it, but he was there to tap in the rebound. And for me, I was like, okay, I think that they're gonna do it. And then go ahead, Coach.
Would you think that was a lucky goal?
No.
You don't think it's a lucky goal?
No.
Okay, we're gonna circle back to it. I promise you.
But let's talk about it. Why would it be a lucky goal? What's so lucky about it?
He hit it directly at the goalkeeper, and it came directly back to him.
Yeah, man, because he was that close to the goal. It happens.
You don't think that's? You don't think that's? I'm not saying obviously it didn't work. It was fantastic work. I'm talking about the actual finish itself. It was. I think there was a huge slice of luck there.
I don't know. I think he reacted well.
All I'm saying is you make your luck, and he made his luck.
I promise you, we're gonna circle back to that. I trust my
Hey man, you're not changing my mind, motherfucker. I don't care how many face masks you got on your head. I don't give a fuck. You don't scare me, you fucking robber. Right, carry on, Tosin.
KDB equalized in the 76. But listen, Madrid defended with their lives, man. I was genuinely proud of them. Like, that was a defensive masterclass. And I know we talk about Rudiger is very good, and Carvajal has been a stand of excellence on the right back side, and Ferland Mendy. I'll say this: Ferland Mendy today reminded me of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I don't know why. He was so scared to go forward, but defensive-wise, he was great. But the person who stood out to me the most out of every Madrid player today was Nacho, because when I saw Nacho's name in the starting 11, I was like, that might be a weak spot, but he actually was like their bright spot. Nacho did very, very well today. He did well, and his penalty he scored was a great penalty. So hands up to Nacho, man. He did very well today. What did you guys think about the defensive actions today with Madrid?
I couldn't tell you because I didn't watch the game. I caught highlights here and there. But yeah.
Coach was actually in Munich. He's in Munich right now. Tell the people, man, show off. I know you sad and shit, but I mean, come on, when you spend all that plane money, you better stun on these hoes, nigga. Fuck wrong with you.
It might have been the cheapest flight I've spent money in like fucking 5 years. I don't know.
What's the UK equivalent? What's the UK equivalent of Spirit Airlines?
It's Ryanair, right?
It's Ryanair. I was told it's actually Ryanair. Fucking hell, it is.
So that's mega bus in the air.
No, for real, it actually is. Like,
so wait, I have a question. Do they make y'all bring your own seatbelts on the plane, or how does that work?
No, you got to make them when you get there. I'm not even joking.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, Madrid was insane defensively today. I mean,
yeah, I thought what's his name? Lunin made a shit ton of saves though. Like,
he did.
So I don't know how much credit I want to give Madrid. It felt like there was an element of luck involved in some of the finishing. You know, like on a different day, City are a little luckier, but fuck them. I'm
gonna give you guys a stat since we're talking about shots. Man City attempted as many shots as Madrid had per possession, 33.
Fuck man. But you know what? Yeah, even though I didn't watch the game, here's the thing about City, yeah, and why I think ultimately when Pep goes, it's just going to be the drop off. I don't think it's going to be like, I don't think they're going to end up like fighting relegation for that, but to uphold those standards is going to be so ridiculously hard because there isn't another coach in the world like Pep that demands this level of from his players. Basically, like he's got all the best players already, but he's demanding an extra 110% out of them anyway, kind of thing, to the extent where a team that's filled with stars like Cruz, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Rodrigo, Vinicius, kind of thing, can end up looking and having to play that in a way that it's not befitting of them. Do you know what I mean? Like it's unnatural for me to see Real Madrid have to play like that. Now I get we've got an all-time coach in Ancelotti as well, who can adapt his team like that. But another coach coming in, I'm not being funny, he's not getting this much out of those City players. It's frankly impossible.
It's respect. Pep is Pep, but yeah. I feel like there are already a couple guys showing signs. I mean, like Leverkusen pretty consistently hit 30 shots per game this season.
Yeah, but I'm talking about doing it to Real Madrid. Like every time City have faced Real Madrid in the last 4 or 5 years, to my mind, City have always been the favourites because of what Pep demands of his players. Now I don't think ultimately City have more talent. I think they're a better side basically, and he even closes that gap even more from what he demands from his players. So whoever comes in after Pep, basically, like I personally can't see how that another coach comes in and says, you know what, Bernardo Silva, you're going to play as this, that, and the other kind of thing. Like there's a chance I saw that he missed today, that Bernardo Silva missed it from a Haaland header. He was in the poachers area of the 6-yard box kind of thing. But then I can imagine I've watched City so many times, but I can imagine the next play, he's picking the ball up from his centre-back kind of thing. Like the way Pep structures these teams and with these players kind of thing, I can't imagine these players trying to kill themselves for another coach. It just doesn't work that way. You know, I can't see that.
They are professionals, so they'll have to do something. And listen, it's impossible to follow arguably the best coach ever. It's just impossible. The standard period.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to be some sort of like, oh no, City are enrolled.
I mean, we have a live example of this, man. Why you begrudging? I mean, Manchester United. That's them. That's exactly them. Alex Ferguson left. They've been shit since. City might go through something similar, but I doubt it because of their infrastructure.
Yeah. You literally just went in a circle. Just could have said United stink. That's all you could have said. Lunin was great in the penalty shootout. Edison had some cojones on him to take that penalty, though. Fair play to Edison. I mean, when you have a neck tat that big, of course you're going to do something insane like that. So, you know, it is what it is.
Isn't he like, what, 22, 23, Lunin as well? I feel like, for some reason, I feel like
he's 26.
26?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goalkeepers are always sneaky old like that. Like
yeah,
He's 25. Sorry, he's 25.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it feels like he's been around for years. Like seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at Madrid since 2018. Obviously came from Ukraine, but he went on a couple loans. Valladolid, Oviedo, Leganes.
I remember when those loans. I feel like he's been around for ages, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's Madrid's number one now. I mean, like sorry, T-Ball, I know, like you got a lot of.
It was like when they bought Kepa, I was confused. I was like, I know you guys want the experience, but it's very obvious to me that Lunin is better than him. From just the few times I'd seen him in La Liga, I'm like, way better than Kepa.
And Kepa was confused too. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, listen. Overall, I mean, that was a ridiculous game. That's the only thing I can say is just like both legs were just kind of showed like two different sides of the team. I think that the one thing I was upset with Carlo about, but he's Carlo. I can never question Carlos. Like, I knew that goal was coming because like I could tell they needed to switch it up in the midfield a little bit. But Carlo's Carlo, and he is who he is. So they did what they did. I just kind of saw Toni Kroos was getting leggy a bit. I was like, yeah, he looks every bit of his age, but
I mean, chasing them city boys will make anybody feel old.
Yeah.
Which was your favorite of the penalties, Tosin?
Nacho.
What did he do exactly again? Can you describe that for me again, please?
Just blasted the bitch. I don't know what else to say.
I didn't doubt him walking up. I can't remember it in my head.
Actually, no. It's gonna be Vasquez.
Yes, I was gonna say Vasquez was my favorite.
Vasquez does this thing before he like takes a penalty, like flips the ball around. But yeah, Vasquez was my favorite aesthetically. I think from a mental perspective, Rudiger's was mine because I thought Valverde was gonna step up. I didn't expect Tony Rudiger to come up and like do what he did. But fair play to Tony Rudiger. Go ahead, coach.
Mine was Bernardo Silva's. I can't even lie. I'll be very real with you, man.
Bro,
the look on his face after, I think was probably the moment of the night because I think he knew in that moment he fucked up.
Yeah. His face said, "These niggas have data." Like, bro, the Arsenal game ended before the Real Madrid game, obviously, and they had extra time, so I had time to just sit at my desk sad about the fact that Arsenal lost, and I was like this in my chair. Then I saw him mess up penalty, and I was like this. he put the life back into me. So pathetic. Because Real Madrid already missed, so he just turned the whole momentum of the shootout and ruined it for them. With that
that meme where like the guy's dead on the floor and it like kind of revived and he starts getting up and dancing again. That was you.
I'm thinking of the gaming meme. Like, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, the game, yeah, that one works too. Let's talk about a game from yesterday. Barcelona PSG 1-1. We finished 4-1 PSG, 6-4 in aggregate. That red card messed everything up. I think that's the biggest thing I could say is like, go ahead,
what do you mean messed everythwhen what does that mean? Was it a red or not?
It was a red. No. I'm not. No. I'm
not messed up. Okay, I remember when the team in yellow went to Nou Camp at this stage of the Champions League.
I know, I understand.
Robin Van Persie kicked the ball after a whistle that he didn't hear in a loud stadium.
No, what I'm saying.
Xabi said, "Those are the rules. The rules are the rules." So yeah, the rules are the rules. Now it was a red card. Araujo is a fucking clown.
What I'm saying is, I didn't say messed it up in a way that that was negative. I meant it messed it up for Barcelona. That's what I meant to say. Excuse my English. Sorry. It made it well for me. I'm happy to get that record. I saw it and I was just like, Araujo, adios, amigo. But coach, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
I'm quite disappointed because I still even think Barcelona were and are the better side, and they were. I think they were pretty much cruising, to be honest. And then the red card messed. I wouldn't say messed up the tie. It messed up Barcelona because for two reasons. Mbappe was doing a lot of work off the ball, which is fine, kind of thing. It made life difficult for Barca, but remember they're chasing the game, so they're trying stuff in it, right? And yeah, I know it ended up meaning that pressure was funneled down Araujo's side, which is again is fine, whatever. But they're 1-0 up and at home. Yeah, when two elite teams go at each other, you're going to have periods in the game where you're not on top of the on top of the opponent. And you're gonna have moments where you are on top of the opponent kind of thing. It's just one of those moments where, in that moment, Barcelona got ahead of Araujo, and that essentially won them the tie kind of thing. But Barcelona to me, were every bit as good value up until that point. Basically, I don't feel as if Barca did anything wrong per se. It's just, Luis Enrique tried some shit with the way he made his front three press. Again, very clever. But Dean, you'll get on in. I promise you'll get some. I promise, bro. But
I'm pissed off. Right? I don't like all this Barcelona credit, man.
Just
because we're winning the game doesn't mean they're playing that
but it's facts. Like, Rafinha had never scored a Champions League goal until last week.
You know why he scored? He had fresh braids. That's why. But
boy, it is what it is. But he's
do-rag, baby.
All of the things that we accused City or not City or say PSG of not really being able to do it against the real big sides kind of thing. Barca were actually kind of schooling them, I think, for most of this tie. Well, at least most of the first leg, and then some of the second leg before the red card. That's just my opinion, but I really do think Barca were really good value up until then.
I think they were arrogant. I think that was the issue, because the way they got their goals in the first leg, playing direction.
Yeah.
And they got home and thought that they're going to do that Barcelona shit. They picked a very beautiful midfield. Yeah. I liked it on paper. I told you Vitinha was going to fuck them anyway.
Yeah.
Beautiful midfield. They start doing this shit. And the way, as you mentioned, rightly so, Luis Enrique had his team pressing. Araujo was the passer from the back. He's not very good at that. And that's what cost them the goal. And that's what cost them the game. So for me, their arrogance did them in. I wasn't impressed by the fact that they were trying to keep the ball at the Montjuic or whatever that stadium's called, because that's not what won them the first leg in the first place. Just play the way you won the game. Like, why are you changing it up? Because I don't know. I just thought it was arrogant from Xavi, and they deserved everything they got, and I enjoyed that so much. And it's so funny that Kylian gets 2 goals, even though he didn't really do much in the game. Like, they actually defended, even with a man down, they defended him well.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something about Kylian's 2 goals. Guess what Man City could have used today from their star striker? 2 goals. Guess what Kylian did? 2 goals. So kiss my ass. He did what he had to do and he scored. Okay? I don't want to hear none of that. Kylian didn't play well. His job is to put the ball in the back of the net. I don't care if he has a 1 out of 10 thing. If he puts the ball in the back of his net, that's his job, and he did his job well done. Penalty and whatever it is.
I'm not gonna let you run with that logic, man, because that's how people started talking about Haaland Ballon d'Or. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck all that back of the net bullshit.
I had a long
football is football. You must play football, I beg. Sorry.
In one of my groups, I had a long conversation as to why he should not win the Ballon d'Or. They kept on telling me, but goals. I was like, do you think he's the best player in the world? And it was just,
if goals counted, then Inzaghi would have won a Ballon d'Or, but that's neither here nor there.
But they kept dancing around the fact that, but you won a treble. I was like, yeah, but so did KDB and so did Bernardo Silva. Do these guys deserve the Ballon d'Or? Or probably more than Haaland, to be fair, because they're better footballers. But even then, like, there's no way that you can look me in the face in the last 2 years and say there's been a better footballer on the planet than Kylian Mbappe. There's just there's no. He's clear of everybody. So yeah, having a bad game and still walk away with 2 goals in the Champions League quarterfinal, that's the level of the best of the best. Simple as.
I will say this: the one thing that made me so happy was seeing Rich Homie Kwan and Babyface Ray just taking them to hell yesterday. That was very fun.
Yeah, Barca is a weird one. I'll tell you why. Because if you're looking at all the elite French attacking talents kind of thing that are going to be lining up in the Euros kind of thing, I still don't think he makes it, to the first team.
No, he's young. He's very young.
He's going to the Olympics, man. He's going to the Olympics.
But he's really, really, really damn good. Like, outrageously good. And I don't feel like he's anywhere near that first 11 for France at all.
No, he's going to the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's just one to think about anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that made me laugh the most was seeing, Dembele on the bench, like real hate. Like, he's barely scored any goals this season, but he saved his best for this. And it's wonderful, man. It's wonderful to see what hating gets you, like how far it can fuel and traject you. Like, his whole heart was just full of just like, I got something for all you niggas. Every last one of you in this stadium, I got something for you. So it's nice. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, I mean, they were booing him, so he deserved every moment. Every moment. Goals in both legs. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Let's talk about Dortmund and Atletico Madrid. I really thought Dortmund was going to go full unserious. Like, I was genuinely like concerned for them. I was like, wow, you guys are fully just unserious. But this is the first time. I mean, not first time. You know when was the last time Atletico Madrid made it to Champions League final? I mean, semifinal?
2014.
17. It's
17.
been 7 years since they've made it. And I think, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this run is over for them? Do you think that, like, they need to retool? Like, what do you think is going on next for Atletico Madrid?
I mean, if I see Witsel line up as centre back for them next season again, then yeah, they're absolutely cooked. So, I think it's been a noble and valiant effort from Simeone. They've got the new stadium as well. Like they should be going in the right direction. But yeah, this team, I feel like this iteration of Atleti and it needs a refresh. You can't keep trotting out Morata, bro. Like, don't take the fucking piss, man.
They've started the process. I mean, they bought that Belgian kid. What's his name? Arthur Verming or Vermeer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they got him. They got someone else recently. I'm forgetting, another young player. So I think they've sort of started the slow rebuild. They know too. They're not expecting much out of this team, I don't think. I mean, it's Morata. Like that miss. Oh my goodness! At the very beginning of the game.
You remember we talked about it in the group chat, right? We talked about it. And I looked at it. I was like, excuse me. Like I tweeted this years ago, and I wish I kept it up. I said that I want everybody in this world to find somebody who believes in him the way coaches believe in Morata. Yeah. Like, if you had the support system Morata has in his life, he'd be so great in life. I don't know how over and over again this guy gets chances, but I respect it.
He played in the Champions League literally every year for like the last 10, 11 years, bro. Like, how?
Well, that's his level. They can't all be wrong. That's his level. And if that's not his level, let's start acting as if we don't realize that the man is handsome as fuck.
I was about to say, pretty privilege is a real thing.
Even when they don't admit it, they care about that stuff. So
pretty privilege is a real thing, because look, if Harry Maguire looked like Morata, we wouldn't be giving him so much shit. But that's neither.
If Harry Maguire won a fucking trophy, would have given so much shit. Fuck that guy.
He's got like 6 relegations on his thing. Let's not talk about Harry Maguire. But yeah, okay. So look, Dortmund, I actually felt like this was the worst possible matchup that they could have. But seriously, I think we're talking about arrogance. I think Atleti probably felt as if this one was probably a surefire W. And
can you blame them?
Yeah, of course. I know. But again,
Dortmund
are the poster boys of the Bundesliga. You're never ever supposed to understand Dortmund. You're just supposed to experience them. Because they put. I'm no disrespect to Füllkrug, but like Füllkrug scored essentially the goal that put them on track to thingy before Sabitzer got the winner, right? And he's not the standard. But it worked yesterday. It absolutely worked yesterday. Sabitzer, again, I remember last year for United in the Europa League, he had a couple games where he essentially saved United's bacon. And I thought, that's really nice for him, that's cool kind of thing. And I think he wanted to stay as well. And then it was like, in the end, didn't work out. But then to do it the next year in the Champions League quarterfinal, literally be the difference maker. Again, Dortmund are not supposed to be understood, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Marcel Sabitzer, like, seriously, a Champions League quarterfinal. Come on, man.
All I know is that they should have played this game on the last game of last season.
Yeah.
Because they're not winning this Champions League. I don't care what this juju is suggesting. They're not fucking winning it. I mean, look at the own goal Hummels scored at the beginning of the second half. Bro, it's running out. But jokes aside, I am wildly impressed that literally nobody, not even the Dortmund players believed that they were coming back from that 2-2.
Not even their mothers believed it.
Once Atleti equalized, I don't think anyone thought that they'd get off the mat, and they won it comfortably by the end, I thought.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think I let it run out of steam, but also Dortmund are just are such an. They might be the most unpredictable team in Europe. Like, seriously, more than United.
Honestly, I think we should give their fans some credit, because they do have a reputation for being a great stadium that's signature park, yellow wall and all that shit. I feel like they basically carried them for the last 20 minutes. They just carried the team like, you know what? You gave us something, we're going to take you the rest of the way. It was great, and some fan bases could learn a lesson, but
no, seriously,
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
no, at all.
Dortmund's home fans, are, I think, in my experience, top 3. Like, they are outrageous. For the whole 90 minutes, you're just going, it's a party. it's nuts kind of thing. And no wonder that the club performs like that, because some days, that carries the team to a win, and some days they probably feel the pressure. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely bonkers, honestly. I would, that's a European away that I would recommend to absolutely anybody. Like, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go solo mode real quick. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I'm gonna stare in the camera. Let me ask you guys a question. You know what's the most ever goals in the Champions League quarterfinal stages?
What, a single game?
No, like in the overall 2 legs between like all the like fixtures and just the quarterfinal.
It's probably this season.
Then you're correct. 31 goals in.
So much for the away goals rule being necessary and shit. I mean, I like this. I don't know about y'all, but I like this.
I prefer this, to be honest. Like,
let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about away goals. I think that for me, I'm such an old football, but like this has been perfect. This legit was.
Hey, oh, okay. I thought you was about to hate because I was gonna say, United been good for a long time, so you might like that old shit, but
Oh no.
We're moving on, bro. We're leaving y'all behind, okay?
No. This was perfect. I genuinely really enjoyed like this. This was some beautiful, like, just even today. Today was a great hate watch, but over in general, like this away goal things has been great. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
They hate watching, but at least they're still watching. Oh, all of them are Arsenal fans on the low, man. They hate it. They hate it.
Oh no, it wasn't just y'all. Listen, this is equal hate.
Listen, man, we don't care about nobody else but us. Okay.
And since it is y'all, I'm gonna let my Dr. Melfi on. Y'all go ahead and talk about it, because we know what game's coming up next. So
you were there, coach. Go ahead and let the people know what you thought.
Oh man. So first of all, like, I'm gonna infect all of you with positivity, right? But this is the.
Hey, coach, before you finish, I'm letting you know you're going solo, by the way. So enjoy. This is your stage is on you.
That's fine. This is the reality of competing at the top level. That you're gonna get to stages like this where things might just not go your way, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting, because you're gonna feel you're so close. Like, you've worked all this way, all of this time to the season, where you get to April now, and essentially your season could be over in a week, kind of thing. And the season is going to be finishing in like 3 or 4 weeks anyway, kind of thing. So you work so hard throughout the year, you smoke all these teams, kind of thing, and then it feels like it comes to nothing by the end of it. But it could have easily been the exact same thing in December, and be out of all of these competitions, and be out of the Premier League race and stuff like that, and be out of the Champions League and whatever kind of thing. And to a lot of people, no, but seriously, to a lot of people, after that Fulham game, everyone thought, oh wow, yeah, Porter are going to turn us over. We're not going to get back into the title race, kind of thing. And then lo and behold, here we are. Our season, for many people now, is over. Literally 4 months after that, kind of thing. I'm very much of the opinion that it takes a lot to get to where all of these teams are. That the final 8, the final 4 of Europe, kind of thing. All of these teams are excellent, they're great, and you're gonna need luck, regardless of how good you are. Real Madrid have won the Champions League 14 times, potentially 15 times. Not all of those were because they're just simply the best. They needed huge slices of luck, and like this today. This is why I asked that question about luck, because that Rodrigo goal, to my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, I saw the exact same thing in the flesh at Aston Villa, where Trossard hits the ball directly at the goalkeeper, and it goes in a completely different direction. Not back to Trossard. But to be honest, these are the things. These are the things that can make or break your season. The same way, if Martinelli opens up his body a little bit more today, that ball goes into the far corner instead, rather than into the near post. It's just these little fine details that separate you at these key moments when you're competing to be the best. It's very different to be competing to be the 5th or 4th best team in the country, or to be competing in Europa League. You're playing against Jamal Musiala, you're playing against Harry Kane, you're playing against Leroy Sané, you're playing against Manuel Neuer. Is the most terrifying. I've watched Manuel Neuer live, I think 5 or 6 times now, and he doesn't get any less scary. Like, he is the quintessential villain of every single comic book ever. Like, he's terrifying.
It's so British. You're so British that you used to be scared of a German. Fucking bitch. Fuck out of here.
No,
Fuck
no,
Man's
but-
Neuer.
but seriously, like overall, like today, I think the feeling in Munich anyway, like Bayern Munich fans are used to this shit. That's what I noticed. Like Bayern Munich fans are just accustomed to this. This is what they do. Arsenal fans, on the other hand, like obviously we're in another country, you know, whatever, but they're just loud, they're rowdy. It almost kind of feels like they're kind of trying to convince themselves that, you know, they belong here, kind of thing, rather than just, you know, taking in the moment, kind of thing. And I'm not saying it reflected that, it showed in the pitch, kind of things. I think Arsenal competed really well today, especially in the first half. But Bayern knew, and they've been here, Bayern knew that a moment will come for them and they'll probably take it because they've been here so many times. This is a new team and a new manager that haven't missed out on the Champions League God knows how many years. They haven't been battered by Bayern 5-1, you know, 3 times in a row, kind of thing. This is all completely new to them, kind of thing. And it feels like it stings and it hurts, kind of thing. But again, for you to get the luck that you need, that what Madrid had today, kind of thing, you need to be here over and over and over and over again. And this is just a start for Arsenal. Like you don't win things purely on ability. It takes you to a certain point, and then you need things to go your way, basically. But the only way it can go your way is if you're there enough times. That's it.
Yeah. Coach and Deen, I got questions for you guys. I know everyone made jokes about Saka. I don't subscribe to the Saka jokes. I think you guys stink. I think that when you're saying stupid shit like Cole Palmer's better than Saka, I think you're dumb. But that's neither here nor there. What I noticed Tuchel did today, he had Mazraoui as the left back and he had Guerrero as the left wing. Do you think that played a fact into like the way Saka played, or like just asking for you guys? Because I know you at the game, I know you watched the game more intently, so just asking for you too.
Honestly, I don't think it was a tactical thing. I mean, it's pretty standard that good wingers get doubled up on. That's just what it is at this level. He's used to that. He often gets through double teams on a weekly basis. I just personally, and maybe this is me making an excuse for him, I don't think he looked fit. Coach, you were there. Did you get the same sense, or am I making this up?
I can't lie. I think he looked fine.
Okay, it was just bad.
Yeah, the thing is, Saka wasn't even bad. I think.
Well, not in the first half. He was good in the first half.
Yeah, but I think there's a couple of things. There's a couple of layers here. I won't feel guilty about making this into an Arsenal pod for the next God knows how many minutes. But I think Arteta, in his quest to make sure Arsenal are a team that don't leak a ton of goals or whatever, our risk factor has actually gone down. I know it sounds crazy, say, even though we scored a whole bunch of goals, kind of thing, but I think our risk factor has actually gone down, and I think that means Saka probably gets less of the ball in dangerous areas now. The same thing with Martinelli. The same thing for pretty much all of our attackers. There seems to be I wouldn't say a vacuum, but basically Odegaard gets the most touches, which I get and I respect, kind of thing. But funny thing is, on the weekend, Odegaard was taking less than less touches and releasing the ball really, really quickly. Today, however, though, I don't feel like that happened enough. I felt like he was getting on the ball and he was looking for the pass, kind of thing. But sometimes the easy and obvious pass he wouldn't make because, you know, maybe there was an element of I have to make sure it's a sure thing rather than let me throw it to this player, let me throw it to Saka and let him figure it out, let him do it. There seems to be almost at this stage too measured, and sometimes in the Champions League you just need to be able to just say, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it myself, kind of thing, or give it to someone that okay, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where part of the keys to success for Arsenal this season has been reducing risk. Controlling games a little bit better, you know, taking the emotion out of things. And as a result, we're just not as threatening, you know, because we don't want to leave ourselves exposed. And that's gotten us pretty far. You know, this is a mature team that can play in different ways, that can change gears. But ultimately, it's small margin football. You know, it's like you're almost deadening the game to make sure that when the moment comes, you take it and there's no other moments in the game because the game is under control anyway. And the problems that we're playing against a team, like you mentioned, even just looking at their fans that have been here before. They do this shit all the time. Like you said, if Martinelli opens his body up, that's a goal. If he doesn't lose track of Kimmich, that's not a goal. You know, it's really that simple sometimes, you know, because I think on the balance of the tie, I would say Bayern definitely deserved their win, but Arsenal competed. I didn't, this was not a 5-1 defeat like a generation or two ago, so I can't be mad at anything I saw tonight.
Yeah, I think just to add to your point, especially with what our players done and what the Bayern Munich players done, is that the way they even carried themselves, Bayern Munich after the game, like obviously I know they do it, they go to their wall and go to all their fans and celebrate, but there seems to be a lot more emotion in them today. Like I feel as if that league loss to Bayer Leverkusen really rocked them. I don't know why, you've won it literally so many times, who cares? But it really rocked them, and there was a lot of us. Like this guy knew I was an Arsenal fan. Like I sat down, he goes Arsenal. I was like, nah. Basically, he knew I was lying. Basically, but we literally just spent the whole game just laughing with each other and whatnot, and just cussing the guy in front of us that kept on standing up. But by the end of it, kind of thing, he was just like, look, Arsenal, like this Arsenal side, he's a really old guy, so it must be in his 60s. Like this Arsenal side is not the one that I'm used to seeing. Essentially, like a lot of respect was paid, kind of thing. I was like, that's nice, kind of thing. And then Tuchel essentially came out and echoed the same thing. It's a bitter pill to swallow. Like it is, like you want to win those games. You want to be the one complimenting the other team, even though you beat them, kind of thing. But the simple fact is that I feel like Arsenal are looked at in a slightly more different light now, which is important. I don't particularly care for it, but I think it's important that externally, like we're validated in the sense that okay, Arsenal belong here. Arsenal didn't win today, but for once, I can actually say, look, Arsenal are probably in the top 8 teams in Europe this year. It's been fucking years since I've been able to say that, and I don't want this. I want us to win the Champions League. I want us to win the league, kind of thing. But it's not going to happen the way most people think it's going to happen, kind of thing. It's still going to be a lot of pain. These things take time, unfortunately. And a lot of people don't want to have that, don't want to be patient and have that and wait, kind of thing. But unfortunately, there's 4 trophies on show every year. There can only be 4 holders of these trophies. It's that simple. Go on.
Listen, guys, it took Pep 7 years to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
At City, with those players, with that money, with that brain. So it's going to take a while.
I'm gonna make the mood lighter. The fact that Arsenal lost means that Tottenham more than likely won't get in with the 5th place, and that means that Eric Dyer and Harry Kane shutting the old club. So, yay. Quickly before we wrap up, got a couple things I want to talk about. The next round semifinal is going to be Bayern versus Real Madrid. Quickly, you guys just give me quickly. You guys tell me how you guys feel about that.
Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid. Yeah, I think Real Madrid did it.
Bayern is not good. That's why this meant so much to them. Because they can't deny it anymore. Yeah. It's clear.
Yeah. And you know why I said they're not good? Because United scored 3 on them. Dortmund versus PSG. Quickly, talk about this one.
Mbappe.
Yeah, it's an NBA series. Best player in the series wins the series.
Yeah.
I'll say this much. The final is going to be Real Madrid versus PSG. You know that WWE custody battle?
Yeah.
Custody of Mbappe. That's going to be the Champions League final. Last but not least, we got Conference League happening. It's going to be a wonderful hating day for me because Liverpool are down 3-0 to Atalanta. And that makes me so happy. Yeah, in the Europa League. That makes me so happy. Beyond more than you can imagine. So Europa League, we have Marseille, Benfica up 2-1. Roma and Milan are 1-0, and I'm very intrigued about that. West Ham, Leverkusen up 2-0. Shout out to Boniface for copying what's the celebration. The guy with fake dreads. I'm not calling his real name on this podcast until Kudus gets his hair taken away. I'm not going to call him by his real name. But Conference League, Fiorentina and Victoria Pilsen are 0-0. Leo and Aston Villa is 2-1. Aston Villa up. I'm excited to see that one. Club Brugge and PAOK 1-0 Club Brugge. And Fenerbahce and Olympiacos 3-2. Olympiacos is up. The one person I like to see for Club Brugge, and I saw him last week. I watched actually a full Club Brugge game. Don't ask me why I was watching that. Rafael Yandinka, Nigerian midfielder. He's coming to his own. He's really coming to his own. So it's a lot of exciting games and matchups in the Conference League and Europa League. So if you guys want to watch that, there's a lot of good football on. So yeah, this was the Champions League wrap up. So you guys got anything else you want to add before we get out of here, fellas? Anything else you want to say? Final words?
I have one more thing. And it's Arsenal related, unfortunately. But
Gosh.
genuinely, it feels good. It feels good that even though we went out in the quarterfinals, we beat a team that we're clearly better than to get there at least. And that's to you, Porto and Cohen Charles.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt